You're listening to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast with Debbie Sasson, episode 137. Welcome to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Debbie Sasson. I went from being a financial advisor, author, and chronic under-earner to building my business to six figures as a financial planner and money mindset coach, and then onto multiple six figures as a full-time money and business coach. I help entrepreneurs create money-making businesses and build wealth using sales and money mindset strategies and in alignment with authentic Jewish values. Now, let's dive in to today's show. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the podcast. Before we jump into today's podcast, which is going to be very practical and hands-on, and you're going to want to have a pen and paper to write some things down, I want to share with you a couple of celebrations. The first celebration is my personal celebration. I'm celebrating 36 years of living in Israel. I arrived here 36 years ago this week as I'm recording this podcast. And in Jewish numerology, we call it gematria. That is twice the value of life. So it is really a special time for me to be in this country. And yes, we are still in a war situation. And it's also been a hellacious week because we have lost so many beautiful soldiers this week. There is still reason to celebrate the fact that we are still here, that I'm here, that my family is here, and we are growing. In celebration of my 36th year of Aliyah, of living in Israel, I am offering a special discount on my money healing course. This is a 7-day on-demand course that will help you heal and transform your relationship with money. The course is a step-by-step course that you can really do at your own pace, although you can do it really in 7 days. There's 7 separate modules where you go into your family of origin story around money, any shame or guilt or just really negative, heavy feelings you have around money, clear out the negative, and then I bring you into the positive, into the present, and then focus on what you can achieve, income goals over the next year, and even some visualization and future casting where you see yourself in 10 years' time. It is a progressional course, and it is just so valuable. It is usually $197, but for this month, you can get it for $36 off when you go to the course, debbiesasson.com/money-healing, and use the coupon code Aliyah. I'll put that in the notes below, Aliyah, ALIYAH. You'll get $36 off on this course, and I really hope that you use it to transform your relationship with money. That's celebration number one. Celebration number two is I asked all of my clients in Wired for Wealth this week to share with me their revenue numbers for the first half of 2024, and I wanted to compare it to 2023 because the goal, if you are in one of my coaching containers, is to grow your income. And it has been really beautiful. Some people have had steeper increases in income. Some people have had smaller increases in income. It's just so beautiful that so many of the women are celebrating life cycle events like weddings and bar mitzvahs and new babies in our coaching container. And because of your life cycle, and because of the seasonality of your business, your growth in your business might look different, but it is so beautiful to see so much. And one of my clients that I'm going to shout out in particular without names, her income in her business, she was working part-time, and then this year she left her part-time job, but she made more in 6 months this year in her business than she made last year in the entire year. Today, she posted in our Slack group that she also paid off a debt that has been outstanding for the last 2 years. And when you think about it, now your monthly income gets to go up, not just because you're making more money in your business, but also you're paying down less debt. And let's just use, for argument's sake, that you were paying down $250 a month on debt repayment. Now that money gets to go into your personal account for your family. It can go into your retirement account, or that savings that you're no longer paying on debt can grow into putting away money for future simchas and celebrations, whether it's a child's bar mitzvah, wedding, anything you want. Maybe you want to go on a family trip. One of my clients took her whole family away for Passover this year. So I am just really shouting out and overflowing with joy and like exuberation that my clients are doing so well. I want to talk this week, and we've been doing some really reevaluating our businesses in Wired for Wealth. I want to talk about what you offer in your business, what I call your signature offer or your simple offer. Like, really, what do you offer? How do you structure your offer and offer belief? And this is the key part because people talk to me, especially in the beginning of our work together, that they're lacking confidence. I recently onboarded a new one-on-one client, and these were her exact words, was that she says, no, I don't have a lot of confidence. It's a newer business. She hasn't onboarded a lot of people into her container. And I get that you're a little bit unsure. And she actually, since we started working together between call 1 and call 2, she changed her signature offer. And I think it's going to make a huge difference in how her business grows. So let's just talk about what your offer can be. And I'm going to use my experience as a coach. And really, as I was growing my business, I was transitioning from financial planner to coach, to money coach and business coach. So my offer changed. But what I want to share with you is that you can really create your business any way you want. And your business is going to do much, much better when you have confidence in your offer, when you have belief, that's the offer belief, in what you're sharing with your clients. And that way you'll be able to project that and broadcast that to the world when you speak with potential clients or you show up in networking meetings. Last week on the podcast, we talked about different ways to grow your business that are not on social media. And when you just feel really solid and believe in your offer, you're going to be able to show up with that much more positive energy when you are meeting other people outside of your little home office. So as a coach, for example, a lot of coaches, and I do recommend this for most of my clients, recommend starting with one-on-one and being very specific about the person and learning and developing your coaching skills rather than going into a group container, because groups mean that you're learning your business with more people at the same time, and you might not have developed your skill set. Also, what happens when you're moving into groups is that you have to continually sell larger numbers of people. It's just easier to onboard 5 one-on-one clients than to have a group of 5 and then find another 5 and another 5 and another 5. So I really do recommend for most of my clients that they start with one-on-one when they're coaches. Obviously, if you're doing copywriting or you're building a website for somebody or you're doing brand strategy, you're going to be working one-on-one. But even within those types of offers, you can structure it however you want. It can be a done for you offer. It can be a done with you offer. You can do a VIP day or a VIP week where you are able to give them their product, whatever you're offering them, within a collapsed amount of time. So if you were going to write 5 blog posts for someone as a copywriter, you could do a VIP offer where you offer 5 blog posts that you give them in 1 or 2 days. And that way they have all of their content and they don't have to think about it anymore. They can just go and they can schedule it out and they can put that little tick box on their to-do list that they have that done. Similarly, if you're a website designer, you can do a website in a day. I know that there are people out there who are offering websites in a day. You can also give people templates to do their own website, and then maybe you're going to do it with them where they have to choose one of these, simple pared down types of websites, and then you're going to help them come and plug in the pictures and plug in the content into this website template so that they're going to get it up and running quickly. So again, whether it's coaching or whether you're a creative that is offering them a finished product, you can really structure your business any way you want. And I really love these offers that collapse time and give the deliverables sooner rather than later because it doesn't drag on. When there is even a 1 month or 2 month deadline, sometimes because we're busy women and our lives are very, very full, things do drag on for longer periods of time because things that we never anticipated do jump in the way. I want to talk a little bit now about one-on-one versus group, and this could apply to coaches, but it also applies to other types of businesses. If you are a therapist or a financial planner, you could be working with families and also with coaches. If you are a parenting coach, a relationship coach, if you are dealing with financial planning for a family office, you can definitely meet with people a whole family in groups, and you might be doing it once a month. It could be every other month or 3 times, like once a quarter, once every 6 months, in order to have communication that's going back and forth easily, in order to make sure that everybody is continuing on the same path, same trajectory, still have the same goals. So you can really organize your business however it works best for you. Back to coaching, why I believe so strongly in one-on-one to begin with, especially if you're a newer coach. You just get to see so many newer people. You get to refine your skills. You get to help them. You're just there for whatever they're looking for. And you get to figure out what you like. You might think that you want to coach on relationships. And after you've coached a lot of people, you could coach them on relationships, parenting relationships, relationships with themselves, relationships with their mother-in-law, their father-in-law, their mom, their dad, whatever you want. You might decide, you know what? I just really like dealing with teens. I have been speaking with all sorts of people, all kinds of relationships, and now this is the group that I want to focus on. And you might decide that, you know what? I'm not so into relationships. I thought I was, but if I'm out there as a life coach, I'm doing relationships, I'm doing weight loss, I'm doing maybe midlife and helping women to make the second half of their life like even better than the first half. And you could decide after working with 10, 15 people that that's the direction you want to take your business. So especially in the beginning, be very open-minded about the kind of work you take. And that's also as a creative. You might think that you want to write copy for nonprofits, but if you're working with nonprofits and for-profit businesses at the same time, number one, you might find that you get paid more when you're working for profit, but you might also like the variety of businesses you're dealing with. You might think that you want to work only with lawyers, but you might also be reaching out to professionals. You're getting lawyers and accountants, and you're learning something about finance as you're writing copy for accountants. You might be like, wow, I really do enjoy talking about money. You might be like me. You enjoy talking about money, and you'll develop a new niche for yourself. So in the beginning of your business in particular, before you niche down, be really open to anything that comes your way. And I think that's also a way to just get money in your business. Because if you're not having money coming into your business on the regular, you're going to go into scarcity and lack. So be willing to take anybody and everybody that comes. Let me focus a little bit more on structuring your offer. And again, we talked a little bit about doing VIP days, VIP weeks, especially if you're doing a coaching container where people, just the regular people that are coming to you, your potential clients, have all sorts of ideas of how they want to get it done. They might want to meet with you once a week or once every other week. And this happens a lot. People don't know about coaching, so they don't think they need coaching every week. They think that every other week is enough, or maybe once a month. They just need a little bit of a tune-up. Here's what I want to offer you, is that your client's best interests are in your hands. And it makes a lot of sense for you to be very strong about what you're offering. So I was always telling people, like, your business and the growth of your business is my best interest. And I know that when we meet every single week, it keeps you on a growth path. It keeps you on a trajectory. And that's where I was for very, very long in my business. For the first, let's say, 4 or 5 years, I was very strong and firm that I was meeting with people weekly. And that also gave us room that if there was a simcha, a new baby, a wedding or something, and you needed to take off, and of course, if you want to go on vacation, you do not need to come to coaching when you're on vacation, that it gave us room to only meet for like 3 times in 1 month rather than every single week for me and for my clients. But if we were planning every other week, it could end up being once a month. And then there's just a lack of being fully all in, fully committed. So it was very important for me. Now, as I'm coaching people at higher levels, sometimes the CEOs that I'm working with one-on-one, they don't want coaching every single week because they want to take something, implement it, and keep going. And then I'm available to speak with them, like for smaller questions or smaller bits of coaching. That happens on WhatsApp. And maybe it's happening for you on WhatsApp or Voxer. Both of them are equally good. You can do written messages, voice messages, and it's a great way to just keep going. In my Wired for Wealth community, it's in the Slack channel, so you can ask a question and just keep going. But I want you to think about your clients and how it makes the best sense for them to meet their goals. Is it weekly? Is it every other week? Is it 3 times a month? And again, if you're a creative and you're giving them deliverables, think about what makes the most sense for your clients. And that brings me to the next point, which is offer belief. When you understand what you're offering and you understand the structure of your offer and how it best serves your clients, this isn't about you. This isn't about your money. This isn't about meeting every single week because it's going to make more money for you that you can bring home to your family. It's about believing that the way you have structured your offers are in the best interest of your clients. And when you really think about the clients that you've worked with, the clients who've had the most success and the best results, and you're really sitting down, and you've got to give yourself CEO time to do this. You can't just think, oh yeah, I remember working with client A and we did it that way and she got great results. And I'm thinking about client B. Don't do this on the fly. Put an hour or 2 hours in your calendar. Write down your 5 best clients. And not all clients are going to be the best clients. We just have to also put that out there. Not all of our clients are going to be equally motivated. Not all of our clients are going to take the coaching or take the blog posts that we've put out there, take the videos that we've created for them, and they're going to run with them. Even photographers, you can shoot a beautiful wedding or a bar mitzvah, do some family photography. You can give them the digital file and they might never print the pictures. They might never put anything in a frame, and they might love seeing the pictures that are in your Google Drive folder come up on their computer, but they've never done anything with them. So you also have to realize that they might love their pictures and they might love to work with you, but if they're not displaying them for other people to see, they might also not be advertising how wonderful a photographer you are. And that is a way that I would characterize a best client who got the best results, is actually someone who takes what you've given them and they action on it and they implement it in their life or in their business, depending on how you're working with them. So your job as the CEO of your business is to think about what is in best service of your clients. How are they going to get the best results? And do your own work and write down all the reasons why. And when I say write down all the reasons why. We think that we're going to remember all the reasons why we created our offer the way we created it. But we have to keep reminding ourselves. I call this benevolent brainwashing. We have to keep brainwashing ourselves on why we structured our offers the way we did. We have to remember that these clients got great results when we coached them in a 3-month container rather than a 6-month container, or vice versa, in a 6-month container rather than a 3-month container. Remember that over and over and over again, because when somebody comes to you and says, hey, I'd really love to do it like this, and it's different from your signature offer, you can remember and feel strong in your bones, down to your tippy toes, that this is how I structure my offers, because I've worked with these many clients, and my clients who get the best results do it like this. And my best interest is for you to have success. And that is why I have structured my program, my package, my deliverables in this way. And really, my friends, you have to do the work. You can't just assume that the way somebody else in your industry has structured their offers is the best way for you. So if you're a coach who loves working with people and doing real fast, real high performance work and get it done in 3 months, and that's best for you, I really believe that like attracts like, and your people who are go-getters, fast implementers, actioners, they're the ones who are going to be attracted to you. They're going to come, they're going to sign, they're going to get great results. Again, if you are somebody who has those boundaries to get a website up in a week, and you know that you can clear off your calendar, and you're going to call to you the people who are going to clear off their calendar and get it done in a week, like is going to attract like, and those are the people who are going to come to you. If you have wishy-washy boundaries and you say we're going to get it done in 2 months, and you're going to put them into your calendar and you're going to see when the next slot is opening up, you're going to attract those wishy-washy clients. And I don't want to say, in a negative way, wishy-washy clients, but you're going to maybe get the people who are just less structured, and they're going to come to you and they're going to be less structured. And rather than a 2-month project, it could morph into a 3 or 4-month project. And you have to be aware that that is the energy that you're putting out. So if you're going to put out very firm boundaries, very strong, and be sure of the way you're doing your business, you will definitely attract people to you that are going to appreciate it. So really spend time believing in your offer. Structure it the way you know your clients are going to get the best results. Really think about the clients, the people that you have already worked with, and structure it in the way that's going to serve your future clients the best. And not all the people that we work with in the past are going to be the same kinds of clients in the future. So if you did some people who got great results in 3 months or 6 months, and you've decided 3 months, we know that we're just letting go the people who want a 6-month container. And that's okay, because there are more people in the world that you haven't even met yet who are going to grow and thrive and get amazing results in a 3-month container. But you have to do the work to believe in your offer, to have confidence in your offer, and to trust that God is going to send you the exact people who are divinely contracted to work with you. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you today. Go out into the world with your best signature offer that you have structured ahead of time, believing in it from the top of your head down to your tippy toes, and go and serve people. Help them, enjoy working with them, have fun, and go make a lot of money. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I will see you next week on the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for listening to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast. If you want to stop underselling and under-earning and close more sales, you need to clear the limiting money beliefs that are sabotaging your business growth. Head on over to debbiesasson.com/mindset and download my free Money Mindset Workbook. Uncover and dissolve money blocks like hundreds of other entrepreneurs who are now building 6, multi-6, and 7-figure businesses and creating true financial freedom.